He hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
A look at Cleveland's starting group. The big men on the floor for him, Mobley and Allen. Harden out there with Mitchell. And it's Wade in at small forward. And for Boston, down on the block, it's Tatum with Cato. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. Stan, we expect to see a lot of action inside tonight. Both of these teams have powerhouse front courts.
Yeah, Kevin, it could get very, very physical down low. You're right about that. It is size versus size. They're going to be fighting for position, fighting for every rebound, Kevin. It's kind of like an old school energy to this matchup.
And we know about Harden's scoring abilities, but his team heavily relies on that vision and playmaking as well.
Now here's Tatum. Back to White. Pass to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown, Cavaliers with the rebound. Mobley outside. Kicks it out to Harden. Now Mitchell takes a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop it.
Brown outside. The tray. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Cleveland has come out of the gates quickly. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Now Hauser following the 3-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Here's White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Well, we've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
Back to Harden. From deep 3-point land. Rebounded by Hauser. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The drive by Mitchell makes it off the glass. Mitchell's got 5 now.
And footwork really so important. Donovan threads the drive there with such grace.
White the pass to Brown. Back to White. The 3 from Tatum. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Harden. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Brown. James Harden picking up that last basket. Brown inside. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. White drives in. Good D by Harden.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Brown against Mitchell. Shoots over Brown. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Celtics trail by 6. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. They'll be up against Donovan Mitchell tonight, and coach is well aware of the challenges that he presents. He said Donovan's so good at changing speeds, it's hard to know when to send help. I'd rather be overly cautious in that regard because if no help comes, then all of a sudden Mitchell is in his groove. Makes sense to me. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Cleveland leading by 4. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003. Soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
Now Brown. James Harden missing on the 3. Left side, Brown. Tatum's shot is off. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively.
Now here's Harden. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on White.
And just so difficult to guard the beard without fouling. Harden is constantly seeking out contact.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
First free throw is good. Closing out the season, Stan, it's a little bittersweet for the guys who have already said they're going to retire. We're going to miss them.
Yeah, it can lead to some emotional farewell games. And if the guy's a star, even the opposing fans may celebrate his career on that night.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Tatum finds White. The Celtics working the ball around now. Brown, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 6. On the wing, Mitchell. Fires the 3. And another miss by Cleveland.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Brown the pass to Queta. Outside, White. Boston again missing. Cavaliers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Wade with it. Still without a basket. Mitchell kicks to Mobley. A 3. And that's good. Donovan Mitchell for 3. Mitchell's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Cavs. Brown against Mitchell. Brown the pass to White. The shot's good. Brown making the play. White's got 6 points.
Sometimes you just know it's coming. White couldn't wait to let that one fly. Respond to the 3 on the other end.
Now here's Harden. Wade outside. This one for 3. The rebound by Queta. Brown outside. There's the pick. Launches a 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Harden. Back to Allen. Now, here's Mitchell. He's covered by Brown. Shot's good by Mitchell. 10 points for him.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Here's Tatum. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And sometimes, Stan, lost in everything he has done for his team, Jason Tatum is one heck of a playmaker.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what happens to guys like Tatum when they come into the league is because he can score the ball, and that's such an important skill, we tend to focus on the scoring. But Jason Tatum has become a better playmaker in his time in the league. He's become a better defender and a better rebounder. This guy excels at everything.
Lots of layers to it, Coach, but what is the best part of Jason Tatum's game, in your opinion?
Wow, now that's a tough question, Kevin, because this guy can do it all. I would say what the best part of Tatum's game is, he can create whatever shot he needs at any given time. He's got the ball handling skills and the shot making ability to get where he needs to go and then finish the play. Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. offense, defense, and on the glass.
And the basket by Harden.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Some changes for Boston. Walsh is checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Sam Hauser. Pritchard finds Brown. Here's Walsh. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Vucevic to the pass to Pritchard. White setting the pick for Pritchard. Just 4 to shoot. Nails the wide open jump shot.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
They get the rebound. That one good for 2. Harden's got 9 points.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Pass to Pritchard. And here's Vucevic, covered by Mobley. Back to Pritchard. Vucevic a screen on Harden. A shot by Pritchard, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Harden outside. Mitchell up top. 10 points for him. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Brown. Traps in the tray.
Well, look, he's struggled so far, but maybe that basket is all he needs to get going.
Well, Cleveland shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Mobley sets the pick for Harden. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Celtics trail by 9. Outside, White. Over in the corner, Brown. It's up a 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Mitchell outside. Mobley a screen. Fires for 3. The shot by Mitchell, no good. The Celtics shooting 40% here in the early stages. It's Brown on the wing. He's defended by Merrill. Mobley with the block.
And this is why you gotta be excited about Mobley. Already a special and versatile defender.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Donovan Mitchell can put up points, but he's sacrificing some of that to get his teammates going. He said, quote, "For me, it's about balancing, picking my spots, picking my games, empowering everybody. But sometimes I've got to go do what I'm paid to do." Back over to you.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. So both teams changing it up here. In a moment now to see nice three-point percentage numbers on this list. A look at the leaderboard showing us the most accurate three-point shooting 2 men in the league. You take a look at Merrill, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play 2 guard, but it does help. And Pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Yeah, you have to space the floor to score in the half court. Every one of these guys forces the defense to extend.
Great open look there. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
Well, you got to at least honor Schroeder's outside shot. He's definitely capable of connecting from that.
Pritchard passes to Tatum. Driving in, and the dunk by Tatum.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Here's Merrill. Nothing on the board. Pass to Schroeder. Kicks it out to Allen. Here's Tyson beyond the arc. And Vucevic pulls it down. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Now just a 2-point Cavalier lead.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Schroeder outside. No good with the triple. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cavaliers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Cleveland.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
We've got Peyton Pritchard. Tatum out there with Vucevic. And it's Shireman in at the 2-guard. That's the Boston 5. Pass to Tyson. Now Schroeder. And it's good for 2. Schroeder's got 5. Boston trailing. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Tatum, that's for 2, and another basket for Boston.
Smooth-looking shot from Tatum. Offensively, he's got everything you're looking for.
Ellis outside. Pass to Merrill. From past the arc. And Pritchard pulls it down. Boston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. It's good. And now a 3-point Celtic lead.
Well, moving Vucevic inside's like trying to move a brick wall.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Allen dishes to Ellis. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Pass to Tyson. Fires the 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Tyson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Shireman. Last game with 30 points. Bounce pass from Vucevic. Over Allen. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. A model of consistency, Stan, for many years, Vucevic.
Yeah, look, Vucevic has been scoring, rebounding, and passing at a high level really since he's come into this league. One of the most skilled big men in the league and sort of a model for the next guys that have come around.
Gonzalez, he's checked in for the Celtics. And Cleveland also making a change. Wade's checked in. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to Tyson. There's Schroeder. Good on the triple. Schroeder's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, so often the catalyst, Schroeder, the recipient of a good pass that time, rewarding his teammates' trust.
Now, here's Vucevic. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Tyson with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Screen by Allen. Schroeder outside. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Celtics.
That's the look you want. Gotta be disappointed coming up empty.
Schroeder against Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Tatum against Wade. Schroeder outside. Allen kicks it over to Schroeder. Wade has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Wade's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Celtics have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Vucevic is screen on Wade. And here's Tatum for 3. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And the basket by Wade.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And here is Tatum. 9 points in the game so far. Vucevic down low. Allen defending. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut back down to just 2 points. The basket there coming from Vucevic. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Harden comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Now Merrill hasn't made one yet. Stolen by Tatum. White the pass to Tatum over Wade, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Well, it's so impressive how Jason Tatum has just continued to strengthen his game. He's a star who isn't easily satisfied by his own play and always wants to do more.
Now here's Allen. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Fantastic work inside from Mitchell.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Brown against Mitchell. Brown kicks to White. Clock at 6. From deep. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Wade a screen on Brown. He had a nice open look right there. And now a 3-point Cleveland lead.
Again, it's Donovan Mitchell with a huge night. One of the premier players in our league.
And here's Tatum for 3. The rebound by Harden. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Cavaliers. Merrill finds Allen. Harden against White. Here's Merrill. That 3 off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Now here's Vucevic. He's got 6. Here's Brown over Mitchell. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, you got to foul Brown harder than this because he does convert well through contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Kate is checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Tatum. And you think of all that Jaylen Brown has accomplished, Coach? Top of the list, 2024 Finals MVP.
Yeah, look, it's tough to beat that as an accomplishment, Kevin. Win your team a championship and be the biggest part of it. But what I love about Jaylen Brown is the consistency of what he's done throughout his career. This guy has been good for a long time, and he's still got a long way to go.
Now Pritchard, following the 3-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Harden against Pritchard. Here's the teardrop. Here's Hauser. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Hey, that's a fantastic last-second read. Passing out of his shot.
Ellis outside. Mitchell with it. He's got 16. The 3. Harden outside. Shoots the 3. And it's White with the rebound.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
To the inside. Here's Queta. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfectly.
Mitchell looking it over. Back to Harden. Looking to end the run. And Boston with the rebound.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Pritchard finds Brown. They set the pick. Jacks up a 3. And it's Wade with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Pass to Mitchell. Harden outside. Back to Mitchell. Here's the 3. That one doesn't go.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Here's Pritchard. Pritchard with the screen on Harden. Now Brown for 3. You can't get that one.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Harden, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Hauser, defended by Bryant. Brown outside. It's White on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. White's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Ellis outside. And here's Harden for three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Hauser's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now it's a 9-point Celtic lead. For the Cavaliers, Jared Allen's checked in for Bryant. And Evan Mobley subbed in for Ellis. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Wade on the wing. Mobley outside. Here's Harden. 9 points in the game so far. It's Mitchell with the tray.
That's his third triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Outside, White. Back to Brown. Pass to Hauser. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists in the game.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now, here's Wade. He has 5. Mobley tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Over to the wing. Here's Hauser. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Mitchell kicks to Mobley. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And at just under 7 feet, you really have to pull out all the stops on Mobley inside.
Brown outside. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 12.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Boston, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Well, Coach Mazzulla, a pretty good start for you guys. As we look at the second half, what's the message in the locker room?
Just continue to do what we do. We had great poise when they were making tough shots and they went on a run. I thought we played well, we executed. And once we get to our spacing and our early offense, we're hard to guard.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Boston Celtics. As a team, how do you stay focused when you're up like this?
Well, maybe you start making dinner plans, decide where to go on your next vacation.
Yeah, that focus, good advice, Shaq. This is the NBA. Anything can happen. You got to stay sharp and keep up the intensity.
Well, you can tell some of us are more focused than others. Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Cavaliers.
Sometimes you try on defense and still get scored on, and that's what's happening right now. They're struggling to find the answers, Shaq.
Got to tighten up, that's all I'll say.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And here is Brown checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. The rim protectors standing tall for him, Mobley and Allen. Mitchell is out there with Harden, and it's Wade in at the 3 spot.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Harden. Allen outside. Pass to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Mitchell's got 22.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Tatum with it, covered by Mobley. And another basket for Boston.
Well, just another night in the office for Jason Tatum. We've come to expect big games from him. He is that special.
Now, here is Harden. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Keita. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tatum down low. Mobley's there. Mobley with the block.
Hey, whenever Mobley is out there on D, you have to be aware of where he is.
And it's Mitchell missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Tatum dishes to White. Pass to Hauser. A 3-ball. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Mobley a screen on Brown. Mitchell outside. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Left side Tatum. And the 3 off target. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Pass to Mitchell. And here is Allen. Now here's Harden. Mitchell wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
And now Hallie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Hey guys, the Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Kevin, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Harden can't hit. Celtics leading by 17. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Tatum down low, covered by Mobley. Tatum against Mobley. Tatum gets the bucket. Tatum's got 16 points.
Such good play from Tatum near the hoop that time.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for him.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Here's Mobley. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Allen, a screen on Tatum. Mobley kicks to Mitchell. There's the triple. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got 7 rebounds in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now here's Brown. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And that's now 18 points for Jason Tatum.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Oh, man, what a play by Allen. He really packs a punch.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Pass to Hauser. Takes the 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 4th assist in this one.
Proven once again that he's a team-first player. Tatum is all about finding his guys whenever he can.
Now, here's Mitchell. 25 points in the game. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. Rebounded by Tatum.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Wide, a screen on Allen. And here's Tatum for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
And Allen slams it in.
When you have an elite wingspan like Jared Allen, you make those alley-oops look easy.
Here's White. Knocks down the 3-ball. White's got 18 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Cleveland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Back to Harden. For the 3. Cranes the 3-pointer. He's got 12.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Tatum. 18 points for him. The kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 6. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Yeah, and there's his patience paying off. Brown waited until the right moment to go on the offensive.
Allen, a screen on White. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Harden. Mobley outside. Wade passes to Harden. Shoots over White. Harden, no good.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Harden against White. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
For 3, Mitchell. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Celtics leading by 21. Tatum looking around. Outside, White. Lets it go with the 3. Mobley with the rebound. Cleveland's gone to the 3-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Harden gets the bucket.
And when Harden's this close, he looks to score. Love his mentality.
Now here's White. 20 points for him. Outside, Tatum. Inside, Queta, the pass to Brown. Shot clock at 2. Here's White. Cavaliers with the rebound. Allen's got 8 rebounds in this game. Mitchell finds Allen. Out to Wade. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And here's Mitchell from the arc. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Launches it. Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Pass to Harden. Allen outside. Wade outside. Here's Mobley. And here's Harden. Wade kicks to Harden from the arc. Rebound Boston. Hauser's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now Tatum, 18 points for him. Outside White. Back to Tatum. Cans it from downtown. Tatum's got 9 points now in the quarter.
I know it's a long 3, but for guys like Tatum, that's just a normal shot.
And here's Harden for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Celtics leading by 19 points. Now here's White. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
Yeah, we've seen White's confidence as a scorer grow over time, which is why he stays aggressive when he catches fire.
Now here's Mobley. 3-pointer. Harden, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Hauser the pass to Tatum. Misses the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
That's good from Allen on the assist by Wade. Allen's got 6 points.
You really got to hit Allen if you want to stop him. Just so long and strong from there.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tyson's checked in. Ellis comes in for Wade. Sam Merrill. He's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for James Harden. There's 1:17 left in the third. Here's White. And another miss by Boston. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Pass to Merrill. Here's Tyson. Back to Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
You see how quick Allen moves in these situations, which makes him a perfect pick-and-roll partner.
Tatum passes to White. Pass to Vucevic. 5 on the clock.
Well, Vucevic did a good job of feeling the defense there and worked his way into a trip to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Well, with his rebounding and scoring, Vucevic is a nightly double-double threat.
Austin making some changes. Walsh is checked in. And it's Gonzalez in for Derek White. Dean Wade, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And both free throws good for Vucevic. 34 seconds left here in the third quarter. Schroeder with the ball. He's got 8. Wade from outside. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Gonzalez. Pass to Pritchard. They set the screen. Now Vucevic. 1 second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
Derek White has been on display for the Boston Celtics. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Vucevic, Peyton Pritchard out there with Tatum, and it's Shireman in at the shooting guard. That's the Boston 5. Here's Tyson, 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. He can't hit that time. Celtics leading by 21. Picked his pocket. Harden outside. And here's Wade. Pass to Tyson. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Using his unique perspective, Vucevic sees the whole floor and finds the open shooter.
Wade passes to Harden. Now Bryant. Vucevic defending. Back to Harden. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Merrill. Pass to Tyson. 5 to shoot. Lets the three fly. Merrill can't hit.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense. That's a big-time move by Jason Tatum. I don't know how many style points you give him on that one.
Pass to Tyson. Wade, a screen on Tatum. Now here's Wade. Fires from deep. And Pritchard pulls it down. Banked in off the glass.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Tyson following the bucket by the Celtics. Three-pointer, Wade drills it from outside.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on it.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And teams take more threes now than ever before. More than double the average attempts we saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had two guys who shot the ball well from three and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the three. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the three, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those attempts.
Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Harden. And here's Tatum for three. sinks the three-pointer. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Harden left side. Now Merrill. Another three for Cleveland.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pritchard with the ball, guarded by Harden. Brown outside. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Merrill. Hits the front of the rim and out. Enzo Bryant will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Wade, good.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Now Pritchard. Brown outside. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
Here's Harden, following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Pritchard with the ball. Wade gets a hand on it. Derek White's checked in for Boston. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Cleveland's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Merrill. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Merrill's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Cavs. Celtics leading by 22. Outside Tatum. Brown outside. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Wade. For 3, Mitchell. And Boston with the rebound. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Hard to stop a powerful guy like Vucevic cold. He gets through the foul and gets it to go.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Celtics.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
And with so many teams, Stan, filling roster spots with rookie contracts, the importance of drafting well continues to rise.
Oh, absolutely it does, Kevin. The quicker you can get those guys up to speed and helping you on their rookie contracts, where they're at least relatively lower priced, helps your salary cap situation, helps you fill out the roster with quality players.
Here's Hauser, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Tatum, that's for 2. Rebounded by Allen. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Mitchell against White. Mitchell passes to Merrill. Mitchell outside. 6 to shoot from outside the arc. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Brown the pass to Tatum. A three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
There's the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Merrill's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Pass to Vucevic. Now Hauser. Here's Tatum. Hits the target from 18 feet. Tatum's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
Now, here's Mitchell. Mobley outside. Here's Tyson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Celtics have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Brown the pass to Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Mobley. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
And he knocks down the first one.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Boston making a switch here. Kate is checked in. Dean Wade, he's checked in for Cleveland. James Harden comes in for Sam Merrill. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Cavaliers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Now here's Allen. Pass to Mobley. Mitchell against Brown. Puts up a 3. Mobley misses. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. From 10 feet out. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Cavaliers shooting 40% in the fourth. And there's Mobley, and that's good on the assist by Allen. Allen's got his 4th assist in this one. Boston leading by 23. Outside Tatum. And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
Now White. James Harden missing on the 3. Left side, Tatum. Mobley with the block.
Nice use of those long arms by Mobley. He's got a lot of reach.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Mobley outside. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Now, here's Tatum. Back to Brown. Mitchell with the steal. Tatum against Mobley. And that one is good. Mobley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Boston.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have one. Oh, man! Wow! And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Celtics leading by 22. And here is Brown. Wide, a screen on Mitchell. Brown deciding where to go with it. 4 on the clock. Fades and shoots. And that one comes up a bit short. And here are the Cavaliers. Mobley dishes to Harden. Pass to Allen. Wound up there for Allen.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Tatum against Mobley. Tatum with it. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.